YTPC, welcome back. I hope everybody's having a good day. I am sitting here at my desk currently, and I'm finishing up a Fausto, which is made by Tatuaje Cigars. Pete Johnson is the owner of Tatuaje Cigars. Not that that really matters, but yeah, Tatuaje is one of my favorite brands. That's not really wanting to focus super well. Yeah, I don't know why that doesn't want to focus. I'm filming this on my phone, and my phone is not the greatest thing in the world, especially for making YouTube videos. But Tatuaje is one of my favorite brands, as I was saying. And the Fausto line under that brand is a pretty decent cigar. I enjoy it. It's one of the stronger ones. Definitely not for a novice smoker. But I wanted to jump on today and just make a quick little video. I wanted to touch on something that Porch Piper Tom and Fistful of Briars spoke about a few days ago. And that's friendship. They were mentioning in their video that friendship or friend gets tossed around pretty easily in our society. And I think that's a very true statement. And how other cultures have numerous words to refer to somebody. And there's different levels of love and friendship and acquaintances and etc. And I think that's something the American culture can really learn from, because we do throw around the term friend and friendship around a bit flippantly, without any regard to its true meaning. For me personally, if I consider you a friend, if I call you friend, that means that I trust you. That means that you have been there for me when I've needed someone. You are somebody that I can confide in and depend upon. And vice versa. You know, I'm somebody that you can confide in and you can trust and depend upon. If you can't call me at 3 o'clock in the morning because you're broke down on the side of the road or in some kind of trouble, then I'm not really your friend. If I can't call you at 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm broke down on the side of the road or in some kind of trouble, if I can't depend upon you to be there for me when I need you the most, you're not really a friend. A friend is somebody that you can lean upon, a shoulder to cry on when you need it, somebody to call you out on your BS at times. A friend is somebody who holds you to a higher standard and helps you become a better you, a better version of yourself, and isn't trying to change you, but doesn't let you get away with your BS. And I think we all know, what I mean by that. They challenge you. That's what a friend is. A friend is somebody you can have disagreements with, even argue with at times. That friendship doesn't end as a result. Now, I know a lot of people. I have a lot of acquaintances. There's a lot of people that I know at the local cigar shops and pipe shops that I go to. the pipe club that I'm a member of, that we meet once a month. It's almost hard for me to go anywhere around town without running into somebody that I know, seeing a familiar face. But I wouldn't say that I'm friends with any of them. We're friendly, don't get me wrong, but we're not, texting each other or, calling each other or going to one another's homes. We're not going out for dinner or, going anywhere together. We see each other when we see each other. It's one of those things. We're acquaintances, and I refer to them as such. And that's nothing against them in any way. Acquaintance doesn't have to be a derogatory term. Acquaintance is just fine, but it means something different than friend. That's just my opinion, of course. Everybody probably has a different definition of what they would call friend. But that's mine. That's how I view it. And unfortunately, I don't have any friends. I don't have people in my life that I can call upon or, lean against or, trust in and confide in. Some of that is by design. I am a more private person. I stick to myself quite a bit. I'm what I'm what some people might call hard to pet, meaning that I tend to keep people at arm's length sometimes, and I'm working on that. I really am. That's something that I need to work on in my life. That's obstacle to get over for sure. Because I would love to have that kind of friend. I would love to have somebody, to be close with and, confide in and trust and, vice versa, and have that person confide and trust in me and, look back, 20, 30 years from now and share memories together and stuff we did. And I would love that, right? But it's just never happened. It's just never happened. There's been people that have come into my life that I thought would be that person, that I thought they were a friend, and I started to, get close with, and one thing or another happens, and, that we just end up going our separate ways, or, things happen. Life happens. We're adults, and it's harder to make those kind of friends once you start getting older. I'm not that old. I'm pushing 40, but still, as adults with busy lives and families and stuff like that, it's a little bit more difficult to make those kind of friends at this age. And so that leads me to the online pipe community. Because I don't have those close friends, because I don't have people that I regularly hang out with or spend time with or talk to, it's a reason that I am thankful for the YTPC and the pipe guys and gals that I know on Instagram as well, and a few on some pipe discords. The online pipe community in general across multiple platforms. I'm thankful that presence is there. And while we might not be in each other's daily lives, we might not be, friends, acquaintances. Some people in the YTPC are friends, absolutely. And I think that's a beautiful thing that's even possible. I've yet to make a close friend in that regard, but I know many of you guys have, and I think it's wonderfully amazing. But anyhow, I'm just thankful that it exists because, I can get on here and I can comment on videos and watch videos and feel like I get to know a part of you and you're sharing your life with us, and I can come on and do the same, and you guys comment on my videos and we talk back and forth. And even with Rose, Carolina Rose, her and I cannot remember his first name, so forgive me, but Smoke Snacks. They were both at a local cigar and pipe lounge that's near me just a few months ago, and I went over and I met them, and we sat down and we hung out and smoked pipes and just conversated. It was really a blessing to get to meet both of them in person and just have that camaraderie, and that wouldn't have happened if it weren't for the online pipe community. I think it's an amazing thing. So I feel like, with the absence of true friends in my life, the presence of the online pipe community fills that gap a bit, if that makes any sense. I'm thankful for it. Part of the reason that I don't go out as much is like I said, a little antisocial, a little private. I like to be at home. I would love to have people over and host here at the house and stuff like that, should I get close enough to somebody to do that. But going out all the time just, isn't for me. So that makes it kind of hard to meet people, right? Sometimes I'm just as comfortable sitting here at this desk, smoking a pipe or cigar, watching some pipe presenter videos on YouTube, and just enjoying the company that way. And if there's ever a situation in the future where we can do a in-person meetup or something, that would be wonderful. Anyhow, I know I'm rambling a little bit, and I know I say that in every video, but my mind's always firing off in different directions, and I have to navigate those paths carefully so that I don't ramble on too long or digress too much or too often. But yeah, just wanted to jump on here and talk about that a little bit. When I was watching Porch Piper Tom and Fistful of Briars a couple days ago, they touched on that subject, and that's something that's always kind of on my mind. It's something I do give a lot of deep thought to. So when they spoke about it, it really got my gears going again, and I wanted to make a video and share my 2 cents. Tomorrow, I am heading to one of the local cigar shops. Aganorsa Cigars is having a cut and light event with the local sales representative and the sales director for the entire company. They will be there. So that'll be pretty cool to meet them and talk with them a little bit and smoke some of their cigars. The event was supposed to be, or was advertised to be today. So I drove the 30 minutes to the cigar shop, walked in, and it was like almost empty. And I looked at the manager and said, "Where's everybody at?" And they said, "Yeah, we messed up. We advertised for today, but it's actually tomorrow. We made a boo-boo." So I hung out, smoked a cigar, chatted with them a little bit, and headed back home. Decided to make this video. I'm going to get a few things done around the house. And tomorrow, I'll be making that drive again for the event. Well, things happen. It is what it is, right? It gives me something to look forward to still. Well, that's enough of my rambling for today. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to me. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Sweet smokes. God bless.